What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the check-in. Real quick check-in. Shouldn't be no more than 8 minutes. I feel like I got 8 minutes in me. Um, the crash out edition of Dope Thief episode 6. This whole episode was a crash out. Definitely at the end. The crash out scene to avoid YouTube and its intricacies. We're gonna call it the crash out scene at the end. We're gonna get to it. Son definitely did it. He did that. Just judging by the skin tone, the watch, I feel like Son did it. He was given all these weird verbal cues in the episode. He was acting mad suspect, even though he did bring his mother, who speaks English, by the way, who happens to who happened to be a medic in the war or something like that. So she came through, but ultimately they needed to take him to a hospital, Ray, because of the gunshot wound to his shoulder that he didn't take care of. That got infected. So eventually they had to get him up out of the house to some proper care. So that's where we left off going into the next episode. I was slightly not even slightly. I was all the way spoiled. Because I was checking my notifications, and I post clips on TikTok. And I happened to catch a notification that said, "Who do you think shot Bart?" I was like, "What the?" So anyway, it didn't ruin my enjoyment of the episode, but I'm like, "Dang, man, I got hit by a stray for real." So I did know, Bart got shot before watching this episode. Um, so let's go back to the beginning here. Of course, we leave off where he got shot in the leg by the cartel member. They're circling the house in this Chrysler. I don't know what happened with them, but they disappeared. And then the Hill Angels showed up, and that's where we got the whole crash out at the end of the episode. But we're going to get to that. So Ray's basically hallucinating this whole episode because he's doped up. Dope thief, right? He's doped up. His father, I don't know what hood triage is going on here, but of course we got that scene where he was like screaming, because I saw it in the trailer. I'm like, what's going on in that scene? And we found out. Of course, Bart puts like some scissors on the stove to cauterize the wound, and it hurt like hell. On top of that, he put super glue in his wounds. So I was like, what is going on? And then Son comes over. He doesn't want Son. He's like, hey, don't bring Son. They listening through the device that was around the ankle monitor on Bart's leg. So even in his high state of mind, he knew what was going on. So Ray knows all, right? So yeah, I think he was right to. Well, I guess if Son didn't come through, he might would have died quicker without the help. So it was kind of a lose-lose situation. But I've been questioning Son since, what was that episode where he told him to meet the guys, and I think he indirectly tried to get him up out of here. I still believe that, and I don't know what's up with him. Why? I believe it was Son that shot Bart. He was given all these weird verbal cues, very suspect in this episode. They had the scene where he was talking to Manny, and that's where my red flag definitely went off. It was like, he said something like, everybody gets dirty or something like that. You choose life or death. And then he told this story to Manny about how his brother or something was in the CIA. So did that have something to tie in with Bart? Bart was telling that Ray was set up from the beginning. Is this all because of Son? So yeah, but yeah, we still got the whole $2 bill in play that was dropped in the episode about the codes or whatnot. But during this whole episode took place at the house, and the feds were listening. And that kind of got on my nerves. Even surprisingly, Mina was the one talking the most sense, even though she should want him dead. She's like, no, I want justice. This man is in pain. He's hurt. And then everybody else is pretty much, well, the one guy believed her. I forgot his name, but everybody else was like, oh, man, where's the dope? We got to get some info. He's high. I'm like, it's obviously he's in freaking pain. So, but yeah. Other than that, what else we got here? I'm trying to. Manny's girlfriend showed up. Of course, we had to throw in a little comedic relief, even though Ray being in pain and being high, that was funny enough. And then he went up in his room with I guess, the mixtape his girlfriend had made with the top 40 songs. So this whole episode was just like like I was on freaking mushrooms or something. I don't know. So we had that going on with Ray the whole episode. Talked about Manny, his girlfriend came back, so they reunited for a hot second. So before we go to the hospital, son, his mom, he leaves them with the mother, Ray's mother, and Manny's girlfriend. I don't think she's gonna hurt him or anything like that. I think she's cool, but son is still suspect. I don't know his reasonings. I guess we're gonna find out, but it's definitely son. It's son definitely did it. Y'all see it in the title down there, okay? Other than that, we get trying to rush Ray off to the hospital, and we get to the crash out scene. The Hell's Angels are circling the hospital, so that's where everything goes down. Most of, not all of them, are pretty much dead. So son and I guess his henchmen or whatever, they ain't to be messed with, right? So son definitely got down in this episode. Then we get to the end, towards the end of the episode, and I almost shed a thug tear. I ain't gonna lie when he said, "Dad." And then this whole episode, he's just not having it. He's like, "You with the ops, you set me up," all this stuff like that. Even up to when they go to the hospital, they're arguing in the car. So to go from that to that moment where he's like, "Dang, my dad is probably about to die." So he's screaming out for his dad. And the way they shot that, I'm like, yeah, he's about to die, with the wide angle kind of moving, back. And I'm like, yeah, it's over with for him. At first, I thought maybe he was going to go in a shootout with the police or something like that. But I think it's son that did. But y'all let me know. Other than that, cool way to end the episode. Definitely hyper climatic. We ended off with Mina. I'm pretty sure he's still hallucinating at this point. He sees Marlena. Ain't that his girlfriend name, or is whoever she is to him? I think he saw his mother, and then he saw Marlena. It's not your time to go yet. So, I thought that was cool. So what's going to happen when these two finally come face to face? Of course, we got, Bart meeting his demise at the end of the episode, even though we didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure point blank range, he's dead. So, but yeah, Bart is up out of here. He served his purpose. He redeemed himself. I guess that's kind of how I saw it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Under 10 minutes here. Y'all tell me what you think of this episode. Who got Bart up out of here? Son is the only answer I have, because he's been acting weird this whole season. But anyway, guys, make sure to hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm going to see y'all for, I think we got 2 episodes left. Is it 8 episodes? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. But I'm here for the ride. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys later.